still all of yours. Now, the other type of attack that takes place against your energy field is the incidental side effects that just kind of happen. The television, when it's off, still emanating light from the television. The refrigerator humming, this constant sound and this buzzing noise. Telephone lines always humming, this constant sound and emitting these electromagnetic fields and electromagnetic force. Airplanes flying overhead, helicopters flying overhead, police sirens going off, gunshots going off way maybe down the block, just sudden unexpected noise. You're sitting down and you're laid back and your neighbors start jumping up and their children start jumping up and down overhead all of a sudden. These are incidental side effects that are attacks. Earthquakes, electrical storms, changes in color, offbeat colors that you see. Like you're driving down the road and everything is hunky-dory and all the oncoming traffic has these golden headlights coming at you. And then all of a sudden, here comes somebody with one of these xeno lights. Xeno means strange and foreign, and it's a purple type of light. And it hurts your eyes coming out of all the golden light. Now all of a sudden you got this sudden attack of purple light as a headlight on someone's car coming at you. It is an attack on you. It is still incidental, but attack nonetheless. Certain odors. You're a vegetarian. You're riding down the street, and all of a sudden you get hit in the nose with so-and-so's barbecue pit or some, pork rib shack or whatever the case may be. These things are man-made energies that produce subtle but obvious vibrations and noises and lights and colors, and all of these things contribute to a variation of astral influences that barrage you every single day. So I want you to be aware of those things, because not knowing is a lot of the problem. A lot of people do not know what they need to know. Now, the 4 primary energy workers that you should focus your energy on and your efforts on are your navel area, your heart area, which is why I gave you 3 sounds for the heart, your throat area, and your head area. Getting a grip on the energy around these particular areas will make a big difference in what you are subjected to on a daily basis. I'm going to give you one sound. Well, you already gave you soul for throat, and it goes like, I'm going to hit this, I'm going to do the sound again, so get your ears away from the phone and turn the sound down. I'm going to give you 2 sounds real quick. One of them you already know, and you should have been practicing it all along, and it's S-O-L, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, si, and it goes so. You hold that and you carry that out. The other sound is T-H-O, T-H-O, so, and it goes like this. So. Now you want to hold those out and carry those as long as you can, but those are the sounds. And even if you don't do any of those sounds, like I said, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, si, that is pretty good. If you can get on those, that's a good start. Unless you have problems with your, unless you're one of these cold individuals that needs to do some work on your heart. Now, let me give you some important things that you're going to need in order to get this concept together. Many people do not know what day, what time they arrived on Earth, because maybe at the time they weren't doing keeping that kind of information yet. They were, they were born at home and it was recorded in some family Bible that nobody knows where it is, or maybe no one had a calendar, even knew what day it was, or some people have been kidnapped and stolen. A lot of people are being raised by people that they think are their parents. They're not their parents at all. They snatched them up and kidnapped them when they were little children. But these are the only people they know, so these are the people that they think are their parents, even though they're abusing them, torturing them, tormenting them. They're not their parents, but They don't know that because they got them so little. These individuals may not know what day, what time, or when or where they arrived on Earth. But if you know what day you landed on this planet, that day of the week is a lucky day for you, okay? If you know what time of day or night you arrived on this planet, that time of day is a powerful time of day for you. Now, there are a couple of things that I'm going to give you real quickly, and you need to be writing this down. Sunday is symbolic for the planet, the sun, and the primary color for Sunday is yellow. And I'm giving you this because if this happened to be the day you arrived, this would be also a fortunate color for you. Now, Monday, which is affiliated with the moon, the primary colors for Monday, the moon, are white and silver. Now, there are other colors. I'm not by any stretch of the imagination giving you the whole spectrum of colors that will work on this day, but I'm trying to give you some things. If you're going to be wielding, then you want to make everything work for you that you can make work for you. The secondary, well, I'm going to give you the secondary colors in a minute. No, actually, I better give you the secondary colors now before I get lost. A secondary color for Sunday, in addition to being, yellow as the primary color, orange is another important color for Sunday. For Monday, another important color besides white and silver is blue for Monday. And see, you got people out here, you can't even do your work. Wear your blue when you want to wear it and wear your red when you want to wear it. Because here's somebody tell me, hey, man, what set you from? You know what I'm saying? People are stuck on real stupid. I'm from my mom and dad's set. I'm from my parents' set. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the Omniverse's set. Anyhow, Tuesday, which is symbolic of Mars, that's why some languages they call it Mardi, Mars, the primary color for Mars is red, and I don't know of a secondary color for Mars. Wednesday, which is symbolic for the planet Mercury, which is why some languages call it Mercury. Mercury, the primary color for Mercury is purple. A secondary color for Mercury, the primary color for Wednesday, Wednesday is purple. The secondary color for Wednesday is yellow. Thursday, the primary color for Thursday, which is symbolic of the planet Jupiter, the primary color for Thursday is blue. A secondary color for Thursday is purple. Friday, which is symbolized by Venus, the primary color for Friday is green. I don't know of another color for green. But the primary color, and that explains a lot. Because, see, I arrived on the planet on a Wednesday. Purple is one of my favorite colors. Yellow is one of my favorite colors. And my other favorite color is the color that goes along with the day that my son arrived on the planet. He arrived on Earth on a Friday. Friday, which is, goes with Venus, like I said, the primary color for Friday is green. And green is one of my favorite. My favorite colors are purple, yellow, and green, or purple, gold, and green. Seriously. And now, it explains it all. If you get where you understand how this science works, a lot of you will start to say, no wonder my favorite color is such and so color. Saturday, symbolized by Saturn, the primary color for Saturday is black. And another primary color for Saturday is gray. A secondary color for Saturday is silver. Now, I gave you guys before what the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, si planets and colors were. And, if you don't have that, that information is in another thing. But you need to know this about color and the science of color. The color violet Extreme violet requires 800 trillion vibrations of ether per second to be emanated as violet. Extreme, now that's the top of the spectrum. You know, that's the top of that's going out into the omniversal forces of the cosmic, crown, going into the head chakra, crown chakra, and going further up into the cosmic and the omniverse. The extreme color red requires 450 trillion vibrations of ether per second. You see the difference in the resonance? Now, as I've told you before, when you are doing these types of work, comprehend, as I've said in the past, and I'm going to say it again, whenever the moon is growing in its light or increasing in its light, which some people call waxing, when the moon is waxing from a no moon or a crescent moon and it is building up to a half moon, then a full moon, it's getting bigger and brighter and lighter. Not that it's getting any bigger, still out there, the same size as always, but the light that you see bouncing off of it, as it goes from little to no light, and as the days go on, it gets light, brighter and brighter and brighter until you have a full moon. That's called a waxing moon. As the moon is waxing into its fullness, there is a steadily increasing flow of energy and creativity at the emotional and instinctual levels, which some people call the astral levels. So when you're building up your energy and you want to build things up, it is most powerful to do it as the moon is building up. You want to build you up at the same time. Now, I don't know if we just had a full moon or if one is coming. I'm kind of lost on it. I'm thinking that we just had one, and the full moon is only full for a second, for less than a minute. It goes into fullness, it hits fullness, and it's not full anymore. But people keep calling it full because it keeps looking full to the eye. But once you get past the full moon moment and it starts receding away into a waning state where the light of the moon is waning away and it's becoming a darker and darker moon, then you have a half moon and a sliver of a moon to no moon, that is when the emotional energies are decreasing. But that is also the time to do energy work that is all about kicking stuff away from you, getting stuff out of your energy field and out of your space. That's the time to start throwing stuff away. That's the time to start breaking off relationships. That's the time to start getting rid of old jobs, to wait for the new moon to start looking into new jobs. You got to work with the energy, especially when you are in your melanin richness. Now, as the moon is waning away and the energy, the astral energy or emotional and instinctual energy is decreasing, that is when the impulses are more erratic and more difficult for you to direct and wield. Now, that is only applicable for people that are, one, not melanin rich, and two, people that are just getting started in this stuff. Once you build up and get your power up and you get in sync with omniversal forces, it doesn't matter if the moon is waning or waxing, because either you're a wielder of power or you're not. But when you are just getting started, like a lot of the listeners, and then again, there are probably a lot of them that are so evolved beyond here, I don't know why they're listening to my show at all. But if you're just learning this stuff and just getting started, know when to do what you do and when not to do what you do until you become masterful at it. Like, for example, when I start teaching you guys how to do things like telepathy or giving you instruction on telepathy and astral projection and stuff like that, you want to make sure that as you're learning these things and practicing them, that you do it when the moon is growing. You don't want to practice something that you haven't mastered when the moon is going away or when the light of the moon, is going away. Now, having given you guys all of that, I don't think I want to give you these other colors. I don't want to give you that because I don't want to cause additional confusion. I'm giving you